weekday cup of the Word. Today we're in Acts chapter 5, and we're going to see something that we really haven't seen up to this point. We're going to see sin within the church. Acts chapter 5 introduces us to the first public sin that the church faced. A couple named Ananias and Sapphira. Remember Barnabas from Acts chapter 4 and that giving spirit where he sold a tract of land and he laid the money at the apostles' feet? Well, looks like Barnabas got a little bit of fame and prestige within the church for having such a charitable attitude. Ananias and Sapphira, they see that and they want a taste of the prestige, but maybe at not quite such the cost. They sell some land, and instead of giving all the money, they keep back some of the money and only give a portion to the apostles. Now here's the thing. Peter's going to catch them in it, and they're both going to die because of it. It's going to be an example to the church that sin is a big deal. No matter how much grace is preached, that does not mean we can neglect our spiritual growth and attempting to remove sin from our life. But they're going to be put to death because of lying, not because of the money. Peter's going to make it clear, if you only wanted to give half the money from the sale, that would have been fine. But it's because you lied about it. Because you said, hey, this is all the money, and you didn't just lie to us, you lied to the Holy Spirit. And that's why they die. Peter, by the way, just to clarify, does not kill them himself. It is a miraculous, direct from God death that they face for their sin. And the effect on the church is big. There is a great fear that happens in the church, and great growth that happens in the church because morality is upheld by God. The other thing that we're going to see is once they make it through the Ananias and Sapphira story, the second half of Acts chapter 5 is going to look at the apostles again, and once again they're being brought up on trial. As the church continues to grow, it is very obvious that the Jewish leaders are not liking this trend in Jerusalem of Christianity growing. And so this time all of the apostles are brought before not just the rulers, not just the elders, but the Sanhedrin, the supreme court of the Jews, made up of 71 judges. Well, the effect's the same. They stand boldly, they do what is right, and the interesting thing is one guy by the name of Gamaliel is going to stand up and say, if God's with them, we can't beat them anyways, and if God's against them, their movement will fall by the wayside like every other religious craze of the past. Interesting note about Gamaliel, he's the teacher of a man we're going to be introduced to very, very soon. Gamaliel is the guy who taught Saul to be a Pharisee. Saul will later become the Apostle Paul. And with that, that's Acts chapter 5. Happy studying. We'll see you.